Everybody, this is Nicole with eCom Sellers. And hold on just 1 second. There we go. Good morning, everybody. This is Nicole with eCom Sellers. And this is our eCom morning motivation. We do this every morning at around 7:15ish to help you do some planning. So this is my passion. This is my passion around helping people get organized, get focused, be consistent in their business, helping them to make the progress that they need to make so that they can achieve whatever those goals are that they have set for their business. So yesterday, we talked about the topic of Q4 planning. And I talked about it from, of course, an organization standpoint, which is always good. And we're going to continue that. Someone sent me a message and asked me for if I had a Q4 checklist. Now I do. I have a couple of different Q4 checklists. So I just went and did a search because I talk about Q4 from a couple of different perspectives, but I do have a Q4 checklist. So again, we're going to run through this morning pretty quickly because, of course, I'm a working mom, so I got to get my kids to school. So yes, we do have school in the summertime, believe it or not, over in this house. So uh, we are live on Clubhouse, and we are also live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. And this summary that we're covering today actually comes from a couple of different trainings that I've done in the past, and I just threw them into a Google Doc so that I could run through them pretty quickly. So on the live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group, you can actually see this list. But why are we talking about Q4? I think that one of the things that, as I talk about planning, organization, being consistent, making progress in your business, I talk about those things on a regular basis. And I do that for a reason. I believe that planning and being organized and staying consistent are the three keys to helping you achieve whatever it is your goal is in your e-commerce business. And if you don't do those things, then you won't achieve the goals that you're hoping to achieve. You won't get your business won't get to where you're hoping it will get. And so that's my goal. My mission is to help people to get more organized, get more focused, be more consistent in their business. And if that's you, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you on your journey. You can schedule a free 20-minute coaching session by going to ecomsellers.com, clicking on freebies, and scheduling your free 20-minute coaching session right there. You can also grab the My Ecom Planner because this is the best time to get it. There's the digital version that's 40% off, and you can use that digital version to help you start planning for your future Q4 success. It's June, people. Come on, let's get ready. I mean, technically, unofficially, we're at the halfway mark. Technically, you would consider July the halfway mark, but again, you have a lot of activity that is happening at the end of November and through December. So we are there. We're there now, and we're getting ready for that success. So why not grab the planner and use it to help you on your journeys? You can go to myecomplanner.com, grab the digital version at 40% off, or you can get the physical version, whichever one you prefer to use. And if you need some support on your e-commerce journey, I encourage you to join eCom Sellers Academy. It's $17.99 a month. It's affordable, terribly affordable, and it will help you. Um, we teach live weekly trainings. We have live weekly Q&As. We have a library of over 200 training videos. We have a membership site and a live Facebook group where you can ask your questions and get the support that you need. Prepare yourself for the success on this e-commerce journey that you're about to have. So let's get into the list, shall we? The first thing that I think that is important that you have to mentally prepare yourself um, for is listing, getting prepared to list. And so I've talked about listing from so many different perspectives. There's things you can be doing now to get better at your listing game so you can create better listings for Q4. Create listings that are more optimized so that you can get more organic traffic. That's ultimately the goal, right? So when you're preparing for your success, right now is a great window this summer. If you're looking to raise capital, this summer is a great time to list everything. So you can use that money to acquire inventory later. So I would encourage you to list as many things as you have that are definitely are that things that people are looking for. Um, Start preparing for the things that are coming up, like back to school, believe it or not, even though school just got out, and preparing for um, Labor Day, well, the 4th of July, of course, but Labor Day, and putting together your strategy for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Okay. So, doing that planning now this summer, getting aggressive with your listing game, getting aggressive with getting better at creating listings is going to pay off in the end. So cross list as much as possible. Start contacting your wholesale suppliers if you have accounts established with them. Start talking to them about what's happening and what's available. Some of their stuff may not even make it across the pond before, it may make it across the pond late. So you need to have your strategy pulled together now. So start contacting your wholesale suppliers. If you don't have wholesale accounts, start establishing some wholesale accounts. This is a good time to do it. Again, it's the summertime. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you don't get anything else from this list, just don't wait. Retail arbitrage. If you are doing retail arbitrage, start putting together your potential schedule in the fall, meaning start thinking about doubling your visits to the store. I will tell you, ironically, the summertime is some of the best time to start sourcing inventory for Q4. Why? Especially in Walmart, they start putting stuff on clearance. They've got to clear out those aisles to make way for all those new toys that they've got in or that are coming in. So if you go to Walmart and you start visiting different Walmart toy sections and then also the clearance section, you're going to find a bunch of toys you're not expecting to be on sale that are going to be on sale because they got to make room for the new stuff coming in. That's one thing. A lot of Walmart stores are being reorganized, and so they're moving stuff around. So in order to make room for whatever the new redesign is, that's also going to potentially benefit you. And visiting Walmarts that are on the I would call the exterior perimeter of wherever you live, because I live in the Dallas Fort Worth area and we have a lot of Walmarts, can help you to actually start acquiring your inventory now. So list all the stuff you have that you have available right now. List like crazy and use that capital for inventory and then take advantage of all the deals, sales, clearance that are happening. So look at clearance, pay attention to businesses that are going out of business, and look for inventory in non-traditional stores, or begin the process of preparing, putting together your game plan as you build your schedule for the frequency in which you're either going to be sourcing inventory or listing inventory for Q4. Start building that schedule now so you can read it and go over it over and over again so you can visualize that schedule as it comes. List your death piles. Get rid of that old inventory. Again, listing everything. Get as many of those things listed as possible. Use that capital to help you to finance what you plan on doing. A lot of people take out loans and different things like that. And so if you are trying to minimize the amount of money that you're going to, finance for whatever inventory you're going to acquire, why not just use your own money, reinvest it as much as you can. So get the kids involved. If they got nothing to do this summer, get them involved. Teach them how to list on Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark. Teach them how to list on some of these other platforms. And again, this is more applicable to those people who actually have inventory. If you are a person who's doing drop shipping, you don't have access to inventory, but there are some things you can start preparing to do right now. And if you're doing print on demand, you can start right now some game plan ideas and strategies, things that you saw last year when it came to the print on demand game. So these are things that will help you get ready. Visit thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, flea market, swap meets, like all of that right now. There are a plethora of garage sales. There's a plethora of community sales. All of those things are happening. If you are interested, you can visit some liquidation sites if you have them in your area. That might give you the opportunity to see what's available. And I can tell you, liquidation sites are jam-packed full, and they're probably going to be again this year. So they have a boatload of inventory, but again, you got to be prepared for the surprises that come with that. But there's sometimes some great windfalls that are in there. I mean, more often than not, there's a lot of great opportunities in those. So be prepared for that. Maybe that's a strategy you test this summer for maybe a couple of weeks. Take a couple of pallets and see what you can do with it. Again, start pulling together your list of print on demand sites and maybe print on demand ideas. This is a great time just to dump that out. You can actually start building your templates on some of these platforms so you can be ready, and other platforms. Now, I'm going to go through the rest of this list pretty quick. So Amazon is busy, the Q4 from November until January. People will start buying in October. I believe last year or the year before last, when we had COVID, really, like when it first arrived on the scene in 2020, people were buying early, like way early. They were buying Christmas stuff in September and October because of the fact that there was such a bottleneck in the supply chain. I'm not saying that all of the supply chain bottlenecks are gone, but some people will be buying those things because of the fact that there may be some kinks in the supply chain. So just be prepared for October purchases and maybe sometime September. So put together your strategy on how soon you want to start putting up some things. Remember, people take those ugly sweater pictures, the family pictures that they put on their cards. Take those early. So if you're doing print on demand, think about that. Keep plenty of stock on hand for yourselves. So make sure that you're prepared to last through the entire Q4 as far as inventory is concerned, and also your shipping supplies. Um, the Q4 sales ranks are not always typical. So if you're using Amazon as a basis for sales ranks, remember that the numbers are super, super high at the beginning and then they go all the way down to the low numbers because Amazon, like golf, it's like, okay, well, the lower the number, the faster things are selling. The sales velocity is super high. So it's going to start off high. It might be in the millions. And then before you know it, by November or December, it's down into the thousands, like, 5,000, single digits. Q4 rules are for approval for toys and for merchant fulfilled. That email normally comes out around from Amazon. Sorry, this is specific to Amazon sellers. This comes out sometime around, I feel like, the end of August. I probably should look that up before I started talking, but end of August, beginning of September. It's normally the window in which they're looking at is normally all the way until October the 15th in order for you to qualify somewhere off in there. October the 1st, October the 15th. So it's the same email that they've put out for the last, I don't know, 7 years. So if you got the email last year, just go through your email inbox and you'll find it. Be prepared to figure out what your pre-pricing strategy is going to be. So be thinking about that. Do you want to start playing with the repricer this summer? If you're going to use a repricer, if you're not going to use a repricer, then it's okay. Um, don't chase the holiday toys list. I'm going to say that with a potential grain of salt. Sometimes it's good to look at the hot toys list that comes out from the toy, oh gosh, it's the toy convention. I can't remember the name of it, around January or February. And so looking at that list of what they expect to be hot is good to know now versus waiting until they publish the hot toys list around October and chasing that. So get ahead of the game. Go back and do some Google searches for the toy. I forget what it is called, Toy Expo or something like that. It's in I think New York, and it's January and February, somewhere up in there in March. So go look at that and look at that list now, and maybe start looking at some of those toys right now since it's June. All right. Stack up your savings to improve your ROI. So, you know, be prepared to apply for those cashback cards. Um, and using those to help you acquire inventory. If you're doing retail arbitrage, stock up on your supplies. Make sure that you have enough poly bags. That's the kind of stuff that you need. You don't want to go ahead and order that stuff and have it already ready. Make space in your workspace now so that you don't have to be ordering supplies when everybody else is ordering supplies. So again, you can start doing that in July or August if you want to, so you're positioned well for that, or you can start placing some of those orders now. I mean, USPS supplies are always free, so I love that. Organize your office and your workspace. Again, this summer, it's a great time to do that. Great time to do that. And watch out for an increase in return items. That's going to happen. It happened last year. There's going to be an increase in return items this year as well. Do your inventory planning. Go back and look at what's sold now last year. Go look at that data. Go find out what was flying off the shelves. Go pay attention to that and do some inventory planning around that, preparing for what you're going to list and when you're going to list it. And of course, the early bird gets the worm. Be prepared to list some of your stuff early. Like I said, people are going to potentially be buying as early as October. So, putting up some of your Christmas items in September strategically, you can start creating those templates. Have your VA or hire someone for the summer. I normally hire Summer help, I train them in the summertime so they can create draft versions of my listings. So all you have to do is just activate them. Makes your life a whole lot easier. They can go put all the keyword research in there. I mean, it's awesome. And I think those are the biggest things. So expect the unexpected is one of the last bonus tips. Be prepared for that. Be proactive. This is a great time to get ready for that. So I kind of blew through that pretty quickly. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and I'm with eCom Sellers. This is the morning eCom motivation, and we go through e-commerce tips to help you to get organized, get focused, be consistent in your e-commerce business. If you're needing some help on your e-commerce journey, I am there for you. You can schedule a free 20-minute coaching session by going to ecomsellers.com, clicking on freebies, and scheduling a free 20-minute coaching session there. And you can go into the e-commerce planning Facebook group where you can download the daily e-com planning checklist. In there, we give you some activities that we think you should do the night before and the morning of. So there's 4 actions that we think you should do the night before. There's 5 actions we think you should do every single day in your e-commerce business so that you can achieve the goals that you are looking to achieve in your business long-term, bigger picture. And grab the My Ecom Planner so that way you can start getting organized, getting focused, getting consistent right now. So I hope this information is helpful, and we will do this again tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to say I hope that you have an amazingly blessed, extremely successful, and highly productive day. And goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.